I am reporting on the state of the LA Farmers Market and especially a new fundraiser that was started by an organization that oversees some of LA's favorite farmers markets. It's called Food Access LA, and they've seen a great dip in some of the customer base spending over the last couple of years. So we're here today to chat at the Crenshaw Farmers Market with some of the vendors and the customers about the last few years at the farmers market and what might change. Crenshaw has seen about a 46% drop in sales since July of 2022, which is the hardest hit of all of Food Access LA's farmers markets that they oversee. So essentially what we're hoping to find is why this neighborhood specifically has been dropping so much in sales, declining. I've heard from some vendors that they think it is a change in the community, a gentrification around the neighborhood. I've heard that an increase in farmers markets sort of within about a 5-mile radius have sort of cannibalized this farmers market potentially. So there are a number of factors. One vendor has told me here that they think that it could be the economy, that it could be the misconception that farmers markets are much more expensive, or they're certainly a little bit more expensive and require a little more cooking on the most part than the fast food that's in the neighborhood that surrounds it. When I spoke to some of the representatives from Food Access LA about this fundraiser, they had said that they're hoping that any sort of monthly memberships that are contributed are going to contribute to keeping these farmers markets running, especially the hardest hit like Crenshaw, where we are right now, as well as Echo Park, the second hardest hit in terms of vendor sales since 2022. Food Access LA had told me that they've had to make a few cuts in terms of their personnel. So they're hoping that they can sort of build that back up, attract new vendors, hire programming and other things that will hopefully draw a number of customers for years to come. Farmers markets, especially in Southern California, where we have really temperate weather, are not only sort of like where you can find some of the best produce that is grown in the nation, but also they're community hubs. There's usually some live programming. There might be other local vendors like local artists and craft makers, and usually there's some hot food vendors. And it's not just produce. There are plants for sale. There are flowers that are picked that morning. And it is a way, especially to contribute directly to the farmers and the people that are essentially harvesting your food for you. I think the state of the farmers market right now is that everyone is trying to figure out ways to make this work, trying to stay viable in an ecosystem where, especially since the pandemic, we've seen a rise in delivery groceries, things like that that come straight from a supermarket as opposed to your local farmers market.